What's up everybody, it's CJ and I'm back with another Sims 3 speed build, and today I'm going to be building a starter apartment home for my Sim JB. Now this is going to be for my Not So Berry challenge. If you don't know, I've been doing it for a couple of years now. We are almost done actually. We're on the Peach generation and I think we only have like 2 more to go, I want to say. But we're on the Peach generation and my Sim Mo is the current heir, but he has an imaginary friend named JB. So this is going to be his little home. Now, this is going to be just a regular house, by the way, but I am going to call it an apartment because that's like my headcanon for this. But just know that it is just a regular home. You can make it into an apartment if you'd like to. I think you just need the university pack, but it's literally just listed as a house. But my idea for this whole house was to kind of give JB just something to get him established, something to get him started, because a big thing with JB is that I just want him to get some independence, right? Because he was an imaginary friend all his life. He doesn't really know how to be a human sim, you know? And I just feel like this is just a nice little place to kind of get him started. If you'd like to see the Not So Berry challenge, I'll leave a link to the playlist down below. Like I said, we're almost done with it, so there's a lot to watch if you haven't seen it yet. I don't want to spoil too much though, because I know some of you do keep up with the challenge, and if you know what's been going on, he has to low-key kind of go. But yeah, now I did say starter apartment, but this is not a starter home. I think the home ended up being either 29,000 simoleons or 30,000 simoleons, so it's kind of pricey. There's definitely ways to make this cheaper. This house is only on a 15 by 15 lot, so I mean, you know, the lot shouldn't be that expensive. But, you know, I've been trying to improve my landscaping lately and just trying to make the outside of the house look a little bit more interesting with especially with a lot of my recent builds. So I kind of splurged a lot with the landscaping and stuff. Like, I'm not even really worried about him having enough money to move here, because like if push comes to shove, we'll just kick him out and place him here with free real estate. Like, I'm not really too concerned about that. But yeah, I just wanted something really nice for him to move into. Like, I don't know if he'll eventually start a family or anything like that, because I do have the story progression mod, and I'm gonna just leave it up to story progression because he's not currently dating anyone. So we'll see what happens with him. But if you like to live here for your Sims, just know that it is a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. There's at most room for 2 Sims, because I have a double bed. But yeah, like, I feel like if anything, this is like a nice house to start out if you're doing like a legacy or just like normal gameplay. I feel like over the years I stopped really cheating for money when I play Sims, because sometimes you just want to like cheat the money and have your Sims just live in a really nice home. I feel like for me though, over the years, it's just a lot more fun for me to just kind of like have my Sims struggle a little bit, and then they kind of just build up and get stuff when they can afford it. But you know, if you'd like to have this as a starter home, or if you'd like to just have this as a home, I'll leave it linked down below. It does use quite a bit of packs and some store content as well. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't really have a complete list of everything I used, but just know that you will probably need a lot of stuff for this house. I did try to be mindful of the budget, however, because I knew like I didn't really intend for this to be a starter home, just kind of more like starter in theory, not really like an execution. But I didn't really want to just use on a lot of unnecessary stuff, if that makes sense. Seeing as how, for one, we don't really have space. I had to go back and make the bedroom a little bit bigger though, because it was a little bit too small. Because like the idea is like just like a little small tiny home, but like it was too small, y'all. Like, I needed space for the bedroom, I needed space for like a kitchen, a living room. Like, I had ideas for this house, okay? And like, even you wouldn't see it because I like stopped recording at some parts, but I like off camera I was like, okay, can I maybe put this here, can I maybe put that there? Like, you'll see like this right here is like where the bathroom is. I literally was like trying to figure out how to make all of this work, because I wanted a living room, a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom. So I kind of just wanted the basics, and I was like, at the rate that we're going, he's not gonna have something. But luckily I was able to squeeze everything in, so I was happy about that. But as you can see now, we're over in the little kitchen area. So I am using the Bayside counters. These are store content, but these are like some of my favorite ones in the entire game. I just love the way they look, especially since we have the create a style tool. You can recolor them. So these just look so good to me. At first I went with a gray color scheme for them, but I went back and I swapped them out to be white because I noticed that the colors were kind of blending in a little bit too well. Like I said, I wanted this to kind of be basic, you know, so I have like basic tile. We have like some cheap starter home basic furniture for the living room. Even his table is like the cheap table from Seasons, but I wanted this to still look nice and, you know, a little bit personalized, because like the thing is with JB, he uses a lot of patterns because he's an imaginary friend, but he has like a lot of patterns and swatch colors. But the thing is, those are CC, and I know I got them from Tumblr, but like I don't know exactly where to find some of the patterns that I would have used. So I was like, for the sake of the video, we'll just kind of use what the game has. But I was like, for the sake of the video, we'll just use what the game has instead of me like trying to use CC stuff, and then like you may not be able to get it in your game because you can't find it or something like that. So this build is CC free, just letting you know. Now we're kind of over here in the little living room section, so I knew that I wanted to use these. I don't know what, I don't even know what the name of these chairs are, but I just call them like the boxy chairs because they look kind of boxy to me. But I quite like these. Like, I know they're like kind of basic, but I really like them, so I'm using them. And I like the idea of maybe for the furnishing, he kind of thrifted some stuff. Like some of the stuff is new, like the TV would be new, but some things are like thrifted. So I would like to imagine that the seating in the living room is thrifted. There's also a little bookshelf by the door, and I made it have this kind of like a rundown swatch, and I wanted that to kind of be like a little thrifted thing too. Maybe he found it on the side of the road, took it home, sanded it down, something like that. I also included a security alarm too, because you never know when you might need it. And then I thought about making the chairs mismatched. Maybe they're like from the same factory, just not from the same set. You have like lines on one and little circular patterns on the other chair. I thought that was kind of cool. So like a big thing with JB is activism, because he's really just trying to make a better world for himself and other imaginary friends. Because again, not to spoil too much, but a lot of the Sims in his town seem to be very anti-imaginary friend. That's all I'm gonna say about it. So a big thing with him is just activism, just trying to get the word out there. You know, he just wants to make a better world for imaginary friends. I mean, I guess everyone, but you know, especially imaginary friends. So I thought about giving him like a little podium in the backyard. Also, it was a good use of space because he does have like a little backyard section. So I put the podium from University. I also included some plastic chairs. So these are the ones from Generations, but I recolored them to be white. So you'll have them outside as well. Of course, for his little kitchen, I wanted to include a little cheap table. We have some chairs from Seasons. He has like some little artwork and stuff like that. And one thing I kind of didn't like is that these curtains clip with these windows, and I thought about swapping out the windows, but I quite like these, so I was like, it's okay, just don't look too close at the curtains. Those curtains are store content, by the way, but I know they clip, but like, just don't look too close at it, you know. I guess that's why they come in white by default, so you can't really tell if it clips. But now we move on to the bathroom. So I'm using the same countertop in the bathroom. I'm using the base game shower tub combo, and then I just recolored the tile piece to match in with the wallpaper. I have like a brick accent wall in here. And then of course I use the toilet from base game. Oh, and then I also use a little small circular rug from base game as well. Again, the bathroom's kind of basic, but I was kind of happy with the size. Honestly, I'm happy that I got to fit everything in here that I needed. If it was a little bit bigger, I could have included more, because I wanted to include like at least a computer desk in here somewhere, but I was just like, nah. And then I thought about putting a computer at the table, because if you didn't know, you can actually slot computers to tables in the game. But I was just like, nah, that's not gonna look right. So there is no computer. I could maybe just give him a laptop, and then he could just kind of take it wherever he wants to go. But yeah, there will be no computer in this house. You'll have to put one. And then for the bedroom, I went with like a checkered print design for the bed. I just kind of wanted something that was slightly funky in here. I recolored the wallpaper to kind of have like this like olive green tint. I'm also using the end table from the base game, and then the dresser is from Generations, and then I wanted to have a TV in here, and this is kind of where things got expensive, because I used that expensive TV, but I quite liked it, so I wanted to use a TV in here. But in the end, y'all, that's essentially everything for the entire build. I love how this one turned out, so hopefully you'll like it too. And like I said, if you want to download this, I am going to leave a link down below. If you want to change something, if you're like, CJ, this house is amazing, but I want to change some stuff, feel free to. I don't care. Do what you got to do. But anyway, y'all, that's all that I have for this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below. Like I said, I'll leave a link to the playlist for the Not So Berry down below if you want to watch it. But anyway, y'all, that's all that I have for this one. Please be sure to stick around for the screenshots, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Thanks for watching!